You know, a part of me wishes that my orientation involved me getting shoved down into a giant dungeon underneath the school, but I guess not all schools can be that interesting. Hey everyone, welcome back to more Legend of Heroes Trails of Cold Steel. I am hold up. And this last time we started our exploration of these, and I do really mean just started. We were barely got anywhere through. And this time, we are continuing our exploration. On the top left, we can see, or top right, rather, we can see the minimap, and we can see that there is a chest right there containing 50 of each type of Seepith. Heading up here,
oh, a treasure chest!
We see a different type of treasure chest, a red one, which contains another quartz, as Elliot says. So we can set this into our Arcus units. Most likely. Let's give it a try. So you will have two types of extra quartz asterisks next to two types. We'll put this, which gives us the magic of needle shot. The other type that there is ones that boost up stats. However, the reason I say there's an asterisk is because there are also 3 different rarities. This is a common rarity. I basically just say, like, I don't know if there's actually a name for each rarity, but I basically say common, uncommon, rare. That's the way I'm gonna go about it. So yeah, we'll get to what those look like when we actually get some. Is that? It's like an ornament charging station. Ornament charging stations are found left behind in dungeons. Yeah, I already mentioned this in the Cold Open. This could be a lifesaver when we find ourselves flagging after a tough battle. So, yeah. It's always good to know where ornament charging stations are. I don't think physical attacks are going to be very effective against that monster. I think you're right. I need to rely on arts this time. Got it. Actually, attacking with my orbital staff has basically the same effect as an art, just without any casting type, so if worse comes to worse, I should be able to run up and smack it. So yeah. Elliot is pretty useful in that regard. You will want to try to get advantages. You can kind of just run out of the range of enemies if need be. So yeah, we've already discussed arts. And these guys are very weak to fire.
Activate. It's my turn.
So let's aim up a fire.
Arcus, activate.
Right.
And
Arcus, activate.
Yeah, this should be able to take them all down, I think.
Yeah.
Pretty good damage there. Gaius probably won't be able to take it. Yeah, Gaius is pretty weak, and he also attacked an element that they were strong against.
My turn.
Attacking them with physical does nothing.
It's my turn. There.
Again, this is where it would be useful if we could see like what defenses they had, but oh well. So yeah, you'll kind of just have to know what types of enemies are.
I'm starting to lose my sense of direction down here.
Yeah, gotta make sure we're not going in circles.
Yeah, you gotta just kind of know what enemies are weak to what. Physical attacks are usually fine, but sometimes you will have some that are just, you know, not suited for that. Insectoid monster, huh? Look at that chunk to take a real beating. Might be pretty tough to take it down. Agreed, we need to keep our wits about us against this one. Should probably give it everything we've got, arts and crafts included, to see what works best.
Now's our chance. Let's get him.
You'll see me doing that a lot, with the, just like going around and, you know, getting an enemy out of their range. There, will inflict a bunch of crits. We'll be fine. Start charging now.
It's my turn.
Now, the tutorial for this battle is about statuses and hopefully we get one of them. Yes! Those statuses are inflicted either by having certain quartz. I actually forgot to mention that. That's another type of quartz you can get. Ones that give you different skills. Or different statuses on attacks. Right there, those guys are inflicted with stun? Seal. Seal, it prevents an enemy from being able to move. And, you know, it's prevented from being able to move and attack.
Go!
They can still use arts if they know how to use arts, but most of them do not know how to use arts. You won't see, but anytime you see an enemy that can use arts, they are very specialized for those arts. Let's see. I think pretty much everything is going to move before me. We can see 2 rings for Elliot. The first one is how far he can move, and the yellow one is how far he can attack. In addition, while we can't actually do it, we can see that there's a little bit of a range on Elliot's normal attack. That is something that is useful to keep in mind. Green is in a little bit of trouble, but I think he should be fine.
Leave it to me.
Unfortunate HP heal there. And can I hit all 3? No. Okay. I can hit those 2 at least. Lines are very useful to have.
Go!
Just knowing what kind of range your arts and crafts has is something that is very nice to keep in mind. They were able to move twice, which is a bit unfortunate. These guys have a little bit more physical defense than arts defense. And down goes Reen.
I'm sorry.
That is fine.
It's my turn.
We can deal with it, I think. Throw out hopefully seals. Okay, it sealed one of them at least. Oh, it's healed up back to full. Attack that one.
Leave it to me.
And ideally we'll be able to seal this one. It is only a 50% chance? Okay. Take out that coin beetle.
Leave it to me.
This is a fairly tough fight. Also, Gaius has a very long range with his spear, so that is another thing to keep in mind.
Is everybody okay?
Reen is very much not okay, Elliot.
Elliot, are you okay?
I don't see any obvious injuries.
I'm okay. I was just so relieved the fight was over. The strength kind of just left my legs. I'm amazed how calm you two are. You don't seem tired or worried or anything.
I guess I'm just used to fighting monsters like these.
You need a hand?
No, I'll be fine. It was just a momentary lapse on my part. And there we go.
Look out!
Elliot!
Huh?
No!
What?
Looks like I made it just in time. Thank Adios for that.
Oh, it's you!
You said your name was Machias, right?
That's right. I came to realize that I shouldn't have just stormed off like I did. I let that arrogant noble goad me into losing my composure, acting on impulse. So I just wanted to say, I'm sorry. I acted foolishly, and I hope you can forgive me for it.
No sweat. Water under the bridge.
Yeah, we all have moments when we say or do things we regret. That's human nature for you. Oh, and thanks for saving me, by the way.
I'm just glad I happened to be passing by. After I'd cooled my head, I decided to retrace my steps, and there you were. Is it just the three of you here?
Yeah, we stood around talking for a while, so the others are probably ahead of us at this point.
I don't think there's any reason to go back any farther. I can't imagine you'll find anyone there.
I see. I don't suppose you'd mind if I came with you, would you? I'm reasonably skilled with a gun, so you might find it useful having me along.
Sure thing. Welcome aboard. The name's Reen Schwarzer.
I'm Elliot Craig. It's nice to meet you.
My name is Gaius Warzel. It's a pleasure.
The pleasure's mine, I assure you. My name is Machias Regnitz. Could I ask you what social class you each belong to? I realize how that must sound, considering my recent outburst. But please, don't take it personally. I'm simply curious to know who I'm associating with.
Well, both of my parents are commoners.
Likewise, though my homeland has no class system to begin with.
Ah, so you're from abroad then. What about you, Reen?
Well, let's just say I haven't got a drop of noble blood in my veins. So I guess we're all in equal standing here.
Well, now that's a relief. We should probably get moving then. I'm somewhat concerned about the girls, as you might imagine. I'd feel much better if we were around to help if they wound up in danger.
Yeah, I suppose there's strength in numbers.
All right, let's go.
And so we get Machias to join the party. So, if one of your guys dies, they do actually come back with 1 health. I feel like that's not always the case, but maybe that's just a change in the later games. But they came back with 1 health. Either way, I was heading back to this orb charging station just to heal up, get everything sorted out, all that jazz. Taking a look at our new pal Machias, let's check out his quartz first. He has the quartz of iron. We can't adjust it, so we can't switch him out, but we can see through here. He starts off with his defense raised for 1 turn. It's not a big change, but it is useful. Machias is probably your tankiest character. He's not going to do too much damage, but he is going to be able to take a lot of hits. You can see he does have some pretty good defense on there. In addition, if we check out his craft, he has Break Shot, which has a chance to impede, which impede it interrupts an art that is in the middle of being casted, and he also lowers an enemy's defense by 25%. So it is useful to have. Honestly, Machias is probably my least favorite party member. I don't find him nearly as useful as Elliot or Gaius or Reen. It's not like he's bad, I just find him...
What's a place like this even doing on the school grounds?
Yeah, who puts a giant trapdoor in a campus building?
Yeah, Machias is just... I don't know, I find him less useful in combat than some of the rest of the
Now's
guys
our
here.
chance! We can do this!
My turn.
Double advantage, and I'm actually going to use a battle scope. So we can see what they all have, what their statuses are, how much health they have, experience they give, all that stuff. And let's... there we go. You'll end up doing a lot of repositioning in order to get the... especially with lines, you'll do a lot of repositioning in order to just get as much... as many enemies as you can damage with a single attack.
My turn.
Look at that there. Reen's out of CP. When you go down in combat, you lose all your CP. And Reen's taking a little bit of damage.
Too slow.
That enemy missed. If they are in range, they will counter. On that though, I
my turn.
believe Elliot is actually incapable of countering. But I might be wrong about that. That's one I'm not
My turn.
too certain about, admittedly. Now, luckily for me, all these guys are grouped up pretty close together, which means I can attack all 4 of them.
Too slow.
We managed to dodge that one.
It's my turn.
Very nice for me.
Right.
Here we go.
And yeah, we might as well just do normal attacks, save the EP.
Leave it to me.
Green's taking a lot of damage, so
Leave it to me.
that's not the most ideal.
There's no time to waste.
One of the reasons I find Mathis less useful than the others is because you don't really have a way to make enemies target him specifically. Also, right there, we leveled up. As you level up, you get more stats. You know, as a level up should be. Wait for you to turn around.
Now's our chance. My turn.
Okay, here's what I'll do. Battlescope on the grass drone. Battlescopes aren't too useful of an item at a certain point. That's not even too far away from now, but for the time being, I do want to use them because 100% completion does require
It's my turn.
all enemies being registered on the battlescope, or with that.
Leave it to me.
Oh well.
Oh, we did it.
Marine levels up.
I did it.
Sometimes when you level up, you also gain a new craft. We're not gonna see that for a. I think after level 5, Reen gets a new craft. I think a bunch of people actually get new crafts at level 5.
Now's our chance. We can do this.
Go.
And these guys are weak to fire,
All right.
so let's charge up some fire.
My turn.
And we'll just throw out
It's
one of
my turn.
those. I am kind of wasting it a little bit, but oh well.
It's my turn.
I can
My turn.
take him out with Elliot.
Is everybody okay?
Again, we'll get into what Cephas does at a later point. I was just making sure on my sound if my sound on my TV wasn't feeding into the recording. I don't think it is. At least not enough to really notice.
Now's our chance. Let's get him. Here we go.
Coin beetles are very annoying to take care of, but, I mean, they give a lot of experience.
There.
Except there's a lot of them, and they're very physically resilient,
Leave it to me.
and we don't really have... Our only thing that resembles an art that can hit multiple enemies is Elliot's normal attack, which, by virtue of being a normal attack, isn't all that strong.
Leave it to me.
I suppose that's where Machias's break shot could come in handy, but at the same
Here we
time,
go.
it only targets one,
There.
so it's not the most useful thing in the world.
Leave it to me.
Is useful is Machias's normal shot, that hits multiple enemies,
It's my
and
turn.
if you can, try to hit multiple enemies at once. A lot of times, you will be aiming to target as many enemies as possible, with as few attacks as possible. And they're going after Elliot, who, by virtue of being a healer in a RPG
Here we
game,
go.
is quite squishy.
There.
Autumn Leaf Cutter. The Autumn Leaf Cutter is a
Right.
very useful one because of the delay. Shoot all these ones, get some Seepeth up, which is fine,
My
I
turn.
guess. And can we hit all 3? No, looks like we just hit the 2.
Leave it to me.
And Gaius is able to take that one out.
Here we go.
I think
It's my turn.
Yeah, we'll be able to take these ones out.
My turn.
And there we go.
Is everybody okay?
After battle, you may sometimes also receive items. It is pointed out in their descriptions, which if we go to here, this is where we can see all their defenses, by the way. So yeah, we can see what they drop, we can see what their actual stats are instead of just their health and experience. So, yeah.
We meet again.
Good to see you guys are hanging in there.
I'm glad the four of you are unharmed as well.
Well, it seems you've cooled your head a bit at least.
Yes, I've calmed down now.
At any rate, I don't believe I've introduced myself yet, have I? I'm Laura S. Arcade, from the town of Legram. It's a pleasure to make your acquaintance.
Huh. Legram?
That's down on the southeastern outskirts of the Empire, isn't it?
Correct. It's an old castle town on the shores of Lake Ebble. We're connected to the rest of the country by train, but other than that, it's a fairly remote region.
That name sounds so familiar. Wait, so your father would be...
Yes, my father is Viscount Arcade, Lord of Legram. Do you take issue with that?
No, not at all.
Machias, was it? I can only speak for myself, but I don't feel I've ever done anything to bring shame upon myself in Adios's eyes. And I fully believe the same to be true of my father.
Please, I meant no offense. I'm sorry if I, say, I don't believe we've been introduced.
I'm Emma Milstein. Like Laura, I come from a distant region of the Empire. I was only able to attend Thor's thanks to a scholarship, in fact. It's very nice to meet you.
A scholarship? Indeed. Now that you mention it, our instructor did say yours was the top score on the entrance exam. To think I was outdone. By a girl, no less.
You must be quite the prodigy.
Maybe it seems like it now, but really, I'm not. I don't have any training in the martial arts either, so this is the weapon they recommended for me.
Oh, cool. You got an orbital staff too. Yours looks different from mine, though.
Huh, so it does. I wonder if it's just cosmetic.
Is something the matter? We're all acquainted now. It's only proper that you introduce yourself.
Yeah, okay. I'm Lisa R. from Ruhr. It's a pleasure to meet almost all of you. Elisa.
Ruhr, huh? What's it like living there? There's probably a new technological breakthrough every week.
The Reinford Company's based in Ruhr, and they're the largest heavy industry corporation on the continent, aren't they?
I suppose they are.
So, hey. I guess that bow must have been in that case you had with you when we first met, right? I've never seen one like it. Is there some kind of orbital mechanism built in?
There is, but I don't see how that's any of your business.
Ouch.
Yeah. Anyone got any ideas on what to do now? We've all run into each other wandering around. How about we stick together?
I think that would be for the best. It's not safe for a group of girls to travel alone. You may require protection.
You needn't to be concerned about that.
I beg your pardon?
I don't mean to boast, but I'm confident my swordsmanship will be more than sufficient to protect us. For now, I think it's best to remain in separate groups. There are still 2 of us who remain unaccounted for.
That's right. We still haven't run into that silver-haired girl.
that case, 2 teams means double the chance to find them. 2 teams is double the coverage, and double the chance of crossing paths with our missing companions. How's that sound?
I have no objections. So then, shall we be off?
All right. We'll see the 4 of you later then.
She really doesn't seem like she's gonna let that go, does she?
It was clearly an accident, everyone could see that. But I don't suppose it makes any difference to her. Still, is no one else worried about leaving a group of girls to fend for themselves in a place like this? There are 4 of us here. Perhaps one of us should go follow them.
I don't think we have anything to worry about as long as Laura's with them. She really wears her skill on her sleeve. I doubt she drags around a sword that big just for show.
It's certainly an enormous blade. I'd call it comically huge if it didn't look so dangerous. But at the end of the day, a lady is a lady.
She's taller and sturdier than I am, though I admit it's still hard to believe anyone could swing that beast of a sword.
I'll bet she can whip it around without breaking a sweat. The Arside School of Swordsmanship serves as a general basis for the techniques used by knights throughout the Empire. And her father, the Viscount, is arguably the strongest swordsman in the country. People call him the Radiant Blade Master. I doubt any of the other students here could even stand their ground against her in combat, much less beat her.
Wow.
Interesting. I didn't know there were still roots of the old knightly styles alive in the Empire.
You sure know a lot about this stuff, Reen. A hobby of yours?
I'm a swordsman myself. I guess the lore sort of comes with the territory. At any rate, how about we pick up the search? I'm worried about that silver-haired girl, and we still need to track down Duke Albarea's son, too.
That's true.
I couldn't care less what happens to that pompous ass. He can rot down here.
Come on now, that's no way to treat someone you just met.
Looks like the path splits. Which way do you think we should go?
I feel a little wind blowing from the east. I bet the exit's that way.
We managed to reunite with at least 3 more of our classmates, and next time, we'll see if we can find any more of them. So until then, see you guys later.